Of Eldamar and the princes of the Eldalië? The memory of Thingol and Melion's first meeting still shimmered like silver dew behind my eyes when the dream carried me onward. I felt the world turning, the long ages shifting like great tides beneath starlight, and saw the three kindreds of the Quendi, the Eldar, gathering upon the eastern shores of Cuiviénen, stirred by Oromê's summons to a land they had never seen. In the dream, I drifted above them as though borne on a soft wind, and the firstborn shone below me with three distinct hues of the music, each lit by something ancient and unrepeatable. Those who followed Ingwë were as pale gold fire, serene and bright. I felt no discord in them. They were lovers of harmony and the Valar's presence, their spirits naturally tuned to the echo of Ilúvatar's first theme. Their laughter was like glass bells, their thought as clear and swift as the flowing of a high mountain spring. These were the Vanyar, who would one day become the elves closest to the light. Beside them marched the people of Finwë, shining with a deeper blue-white light, edged with a restless brilliance like sparks leaping from a forge. Their minds were sharp, their wills strong, and their hearts eager to learn the hidden works of the Valar. Curiosity burned in them like a star that never sleeps. These were the Noldor, and even in this early age their greatness and their peril could already be felt like a trembling chord in the air. Last came the broadest host, shimmering in silver blue like moonlight upon rippling water. They moved like waves traveling across the world, rhythmic, patient, beautiful. Their hearts were open to all sounds of Middle-earth, the wind in the trees, the murmur of streams, the cry of gulls far beyond the darkness. These were the Teleri, the largest of the three peoples, and the most gentle and songful. And I felt, as the dream deepened, that their fates would never be entirely one again. Oromê stood before them like a mountain crowned with starlight, his horse Nahar gleaming white as frost. "Follow me," he said, his voice as steady as truth itself. "For in the west lies the land prepared for you, a land of peace and unshadowed joy. Come, leave the darkness behind." "Will the stars go with us?" one of the Teleri asked softly. Oromê smiled. "The stars will follow wherever Ilúvatar wills, and he wills your joy." Thus began the great journey. For many years the Eldar marched westward, beside wide rivers and across vast silent plains, under skies that had known no sun or moon. The Vanyar walked eagerly and swiftly. The Noldor pressed on with keen curiosity. The Teleri trailed behind, gathering every new sound into their long songs. But when they reached the wide lands near the Gelion, a sorrowful shadow fell upon them. Elwë Singolo, tall lord of the Teleri and the most beloved, wandered into the quiet woods seeking the sound of a distant melody. He did not return. I felt the Teleri's grief like a vast gray sea rising within me. They searched the woods day upon day, calling his name with voices like breaking hearts. "Elwë, Elwë, come home to us." But the forest answered only with wind, and the Teleri refused to go on. Many sat down upon the shores and wept, as though they had been torn from the world. At last, from their grief, rose another leader, Olwë, Elwë's brother. I saw him standing among his people, his silver hair stirred by the western wind. "My brother is lost to us," he said quietly. "But he would not have wished us to forsake the call of the west. Let those who still hope remain in search. Let the rest come with me. We will trust that the one holds our lost lord in his hand." But though Olwë spoke with courage, many of the Teleri still lingered, unwilling to depart while hope flickered. Some began to love the western shores themselves, the cry of unseen gulls, the whisper of waters running toward the distant sea. These would one day become the Falathrim, and I sensed in them already the first stirrings of Círdan's sea-longing. The Noldor and Vanyar did not tarry. Oromê urged the hosts forward until they reached the borders of Beleriand, where the great sea lay before them, a dark, unfathomed expanse beneath the first stars. And there the Eldar hesitated, for no bridge or ship awaited them, But Olwë, Lord of Waters, rose from the deeps. The sea heaved like a breathing beast, and he shaped out of its foam an island, strong enough to bear the Eldar across. In my dream, the island glowed like a drifting star. Olwë spoke to the Valar in a voice like thunder in the abyss. "Let this isle be the vessel of their crossing. I will guide it with my hand." Thus the Vanyar and Noldor set foot upon the lonely isle, and Olwë drew it westward through the swelling waters. The Eldar clung to the land as waves roared around it, but the island moved with the certainty of destiny. On the eastern shores, the Teleri watched it glide away like a departing dream. Many cried out, calling to their kin across the storming sea. Some tried to follow along the coast. Others simply sank to their knees and covered their faces. "We are left behind," whispered one. "No," said Olwë, his voice trembling. "We will find our way. Olwë is friend to all who love the sound of water, and we are his." Thus, the Vanyar and Noldor came at last to Aman, the Undying Lands. And when they beheld Valinor, they fell silent. For before them lay a realm not wrought by mortal hands, nor marred by shadow. A land gleaming under the light of the two trees, whose mingling radiance washed over every hill and stone like the breath of creation renewed. Finarfin, young among the Noldor, whispered, "Is this the world's heart?" And Ingwë answered softly, "No, this is its first memory." But the Teleri did not yet arrive. They lingered long in Middle-earth, forever changed by love, loss, and the long years of searching for their missed king. And though the Valar awaited them, the Teleri's path would never again be the same as those who reached the light swiftly. For sorrow had shaped them, and sorrow leaves a mark that even starlight cannot erase.
Silver shores where starlight weaves a tapestry of endless seas, whispers call from far and near, ancient songs the heart can hear. Eldamar, your light divine, where moon and sun in splendor shine, princes bold of Eldalië, guard the path to eternity.
Golden leaves that never fade, boughs of wisdom softly sway, voices rise a hymn untold, legends carved in hearts of gold.
And the winds, they sing their vow. Time bends gently, even now.
Eldamar, your light divine, where moon and sun in splendor shine, princes bold of Eldalië,
Guard the path to eternity. In the shadow of the undying flame, they speak of glory.